Welcome to the Celeste Stacy Show. Celeste Stacy is your host. Celeste Stacy is an author of 4 novellas, SAI, Secret Agents of the Illuminati, books 1 through 3, and Tales of the Illuminati, Boxcar Willie. You can listen to her show on www.secretnarty.com/listen.
Welcome to the podcast show, Celeste Stacy Show. I am your host, Celeste Stacy, and I have new equipment that I'm playing with, so let me know what you think. I'm running through the box of sound. So for some reason or another, the sound effects on the V8 sound card did not play when it played for me, but it did not play for in this recording session. But right now I'm hitting the applause button and nothing, and the laughter button, and it's supposed to be, there's sound effects. So I have been having a hard time all morning getting that to work. I worked on the video broadcast software known as ManyCam, but it does not work for Audio City. I don't know why, so I will have to figure something out. So I'm not going to mess around anymore with the box for this podcast. So last Sunday I played an hour-long worth of songs that I get from Soundstripe.com and Spotify. I ran afoul of Spotify's content policies, saying I can't do that. They said you're set up currently as basically as a podcast, and you can't do that. I mean, I can play clips, introduce them, talk about them, but I cannot do an hour-long session of music. I have to change, so I have to grow. So online internet radio station, that's my next thing to do. So I canceled the Soundstripe account, which was coming due tomorrow. So I will have to become an online radio station, which is, I was moving towards that anyways, and I was going to put the Celeste Stacy Show into that. But now I just have to come up with the radio name, which I'm going to use my old bulletin board service name, which was Mokel. I mean, I already have the company formed in the LLC for, Mokel Media LLC that handles the book publishing for me. So that's where I'm at, and I've been researching since Sunday on internet radio stations broadcasting, and seems to be the only players out there that are worth anything is Radio Kings or Radio.co. They have the software that provides everything that you need, and basically I can automate my station so I can broadcast it 24/7, and I can take my Celeste Stacy podcast and put it in there, and then basically it's going to let me grow and become a real radio station. And I think to get my books to sell, that's basically the only way to do it, because I bought in radio ad spot and played commercials I paid to have created on, and the bump in revenue from the book sales from the radio ads, there was some, but you have to spend tens of thousands of dollars to do a proper ad campaign on the radio, and I ain't got that kind of money. So the next best thing you do is take all those commercials I created and put them on my radio station, come up with my own content. So that's what I've been doing. I've been researching how to become a radio station where to get my music library content, to get my news content, because I can get news clips from like Reuters, or API, CNN, all of them. They all have radio options. So I like Reuters and I like NPR. So I think I'll probably go with those two. But well, I'll go with one of them because I can't afford. I think the one was like $69 a month, or no, that was the weather. The weather was like, to get localized weather, and I'll get clips, and I can play them. Like $69 a month, and I get the 12 air spot I can play, and then the music licensing, that's going to cost me about $50 a month, and then the radio station, the hosting, that's going to cost me about $35 a month to get started. So next thing new is create logos and a name. So my radio station will be called My Other Choice Online. The call sign letters will be MOCOL. And the company name is Mocol Media LLC. So that's how it's going to go. And I think the logo is like, on top would be like a curve, would be My Other Choice Online. And then put a circle, put a diamond over the circle, put a microphone in the diamond, and then put Mocol at the bottom, following the curvature of the circle. And then underneath all that I'll put Defiance, Ohio, and then I'll put Mocol Media LLC. And that's what you'll see on the website. Oh yeah, and then I have to create another website. And then the Celeste Stacy podcast show will go in there. And I'll broadcast that daily. It'll be, have its own slot. And then I'll do, when I go to second shift, my day job, April 1st, I believe, I will create a morning show where I will, I don't know, I didn't write down some lists. I have, so yeah, I'm flipping through notes. Alright, I'll have what's called the morning show, and then somewhere along the lines I'll have political talk, and that'll be about politics. And then I got somewhere, the Celeste Stacy show, and then I have, afternoon news, which, that'll be from the news service. And then I'll have, evening news, which, that'll be from the news service. It's like, I get like these 30 second, 60 second, and 90 second clips, and I can play them up to 12 times a month. And then there'll be sports. I haven't researched yet, but I'm pretty sure I can get sports feed from, just like everything else. And then round it out with, and then when I get off work, I come home, and then I can play. I can do another evening podcast, which, since this is going to be like 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm just going to call it After Dark Radio, and that's going to be, more adult orientated stuff. And the current equipment I got, it's cheap, just to get me started, cheap Chinese stuff. And right now it has capabilities, once I figure out the software, how to get it to work, the sound effects buttons. But right now I have my phone hooked up to it, so I could actually take in dial-in requests and put them on the air. So yeah, we should do a test of that. I could do a test right now. I have my yeah, let's do a test. Hello? Yeah, I'm testing out the connection through my podcast sound card V8. So right now you're on the air. Well, that's the... Okay. I guess that's it for the test. I didn't need anything. I just need a little bit, 30 seconds or so. Yeah, you're coming in pretty good on the software now. Funny. I'll let you get back to work. Thanks. Bye. So, using the... I'm going to turn that down. That's a little too loud. How's that? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Okay. So anyway, damn, that's loud. How's this? Is that any better? Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay. So the sound effects is not playing over the air on Audio City. Phone calls are not coming in over the air on Audio City software. So I'm gonna have to look for new audio recording software for my podcasting. So, yep, back to the drawing board and back to research, I guess. Manicam seems to work. I know the sound effects comes over the air on when I use Manicam for streaming, but that's for streaming and not audio only. And I don't want to have to, put it in the editing software and then strip away the audio just to have a usable MP3 track. So, yeah. Research. So, I will end this podcast episode right there, where I'm at. Celeste Stacy show is gonna, for now, strictly be a podcast show. So, I can't play hour-long episode of music, which I wanted to do. So, the learning experience, and I can only grow with it. So, I'm going to end this episode and get off here and start researching, looking up on Google, and watching more product review videos on YouTube. So, have a nice day.
You've been listening to the Celeste Stacy Show. If you've enjoyed the show, please subscribe and tell your friends and family. All comments or suggestions can be emailed to the show via celestestacy67@gmail.com and also on Twitter at celestestacy67. Thanks for listening.